Now we're going to be doing pulsing of an LED. So first of all, let's go to our loop here, and we're going to create a variable called pix, and we're going to set it to a random LED, right? Random LED underscore count. Okay, so that's going to return a random number from 0 to 86, right? Okay, now we're going to use some for loops here. We're going to do this a little sloppy, but then we're going to do it the right way. Well, not the right way. It's just another way to do it. But we're going to be able to control some more in just a bit. So what we're going to do here is have a random pixel just slowly fade on, slowly fade off, and then a different one slowly fade on, slowly fade off. So for int a equals 0. Now, if I were to set the pixel brightness is 0 to 255, right? So a equals 0, a is less than 256, a plus plus. So a is going to go from 0 to 255, right? Because 255 is less than 256. All right. So we're going to strip dot set pixel color pix, which we chose at random up here, right? We chose a random pixel. Pix comma a comma a comma a. So it's going to pulse it white. Okay. We're going to do strip dot show, and then we're going to have a tiny delay. So like a delay of 2. There we go. So that's about half a second, right? 256 delays of 2. That's about 250 delays of 2. That's about a 500 millisecond, 512 milliseconds or so of delay. Now, once it gets to its full brightness, I like it to sit there for a second. I don't like it to immediately come back down. So I'm going to do a delay of 100 while it's totally bright, right? And then we're going to go backwards. For int a equals 255, a is greater than or equal to 0, a minus minus. So now we're starting a at 255 and going all the way down to 0. All the way down to 0? So do this while a is greater than or equal to, that's right, so equal to. It'll still run this while it says 0 because 0 will equal 0. So it'll still run this. Okay. So again, I guess I can copy all this right here. Copy, paste. Cool. And let's give this a try. So it's going to pick a random LED. It's going to bring up the brightness of that LED, show it. It's going to hold it there for 1/10 of a second and then start coming down and keep showing it till it's all the way off. Okay, let's see what happens. There we go. Slowly turning on, pulsing on. There it is. Cool. And I'm going to make it go a little bit faster here. Because I want to see a little more drama here. There we go. That's a little better. Just a little bit faster. Cool. Okay. So that's one way to do this, right? How it just picks one, pulses them on and off. So let's do it one more way, but this time I'm going to do it with the subroutine. So I'm going to write a subroutine called void pulse pixel. Okay. And I need, let's see, the actual pixel, which I'm going to put pixels so I don't interfere with global things. And int fades. There we go. Okay, so if fades is less than 255 or equals 255, then that's fine because we're still going up, right? So it's like this part. So if fades is 0 to 256 or 255, we're good here. But if if fades, there we go, fades is greater than 255, then fades equals 512. I'm going to pull out the calculator, make sure I'm doing this right. Minus fades. Okay. So let's get that calculator going here. Okay, so we have, let's see, so if it's greater than 255, let's say it's 256, right? So 512 minus 256 is what? Whoops. I guess I better type that right. 512 minus 256 is 256. Okay. Well, we don't want that. So let's try 511. So 511 minus 256 is 255. All right. So it's going to go 255, then 255 one more time. And so 511 minus 257, right? So one more equals 254. Okay, so now we're going down. Okay. So what's our maximum value? Let's go 511. Oh, I guess 511 is a maximum. Duh. 511 minus 511 is 0. Okay. So let's keep that in mind here. Okay, so let's see. Strip dot set pixel color. We'll do this all in the subroutine here. Set pixel color. Set pixel color. Pixels, comma, fades, comma, fades, comma, fades. Okay. So it sets that pixel to that. And so instead of all this here, let's try this. Okay. So for int a equals 0, a is less than 512. So it's going to go 0 to 511. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 511. A plus plus. Okay. So now we're going to do a pulse pixel command. Pulse pixel. And it wants two things. It wants the pixels and the fades. So the pixels is pix. And then the fades is A. So we're just going 0 to 511, and it should be pulsing that pixel. So, okay, there we go. Then we do a strip.show. And then we do a delay, again, of 2, I guess. Now, this doesn't have my nice little stop in the middle, but we could add that, I guess. So, if it's greater than 255 and less than, like, 355, fades equals 255, I guess, so we can hold it there. And if it's greater than 355, fades equals 611 minus fades. But I don't know, this looks all right. Just going up and going immediately back down. So it never stops moving, which, yeah, that's fine. We can go with that. Okay. So, now that we got this set, instead of doing it like this, let's do a what is it called? An array. So int pix. Let's make it 5 of these things equals. Let's see. So it's 0 through 512. I guess you know what? We'll just do int pix is 5. Okay. And then we'll do. Actually, you know what? I'll set this. I'll set this to something, just to give you an idea of what's going on here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now int fades with an S, because we're plural, right? We're not trying to avoid global things. We're plural. Fades, and we'll have 5 of these equal, and we'll go through. Let's see. So we have 0, 50, 100. Actually, we'll do 51, 102, 153, 204. Okay, and the curly semicolon. I guess I should begin the curly too. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values in that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values in the pix here. All right. So for every single pixel here, for int a equals 0, a is less than 5, a plus plus. Okay. What we're going to do here is fades a plus plus. So it's going to increment the fade on each of these by 1. Okay. And then it's going to do a pulse pixel. Oh, wait. No, not yet. If fades is greater than, what is it, 511? If it's greater than 511, then we're going to do two things. First of all, fades equals 0. So it's going to bring fades back down to the bottom, right? And then we're going to pick a new pixel for it. So pix A equals random LED count. Okay? So let's look at pix 0 and fade 0, okay? So the first one is going to start pulsing this one up from 0 to 511, which means it's going to go up and down, right? According to our subroutine. It's going to go all the way dim to all the way bright, and all the way bright to all the way dim. Okay? Now, that's going to be 511 at its dimmest, right? So then it comes here and adds one more. And now it equals 512. Well, if it's greater than 511, it's going to set it back to 0 and choose a new pixel to fade in and out on that 0 line. Same thing with the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4 area, okay? So now we have 5 going at once. And for each one of these, just keep fading up and down. And if it hits all the way max, choose a new pixel to fade. Okay, so once it does that to all 5 of these, I guess we have to set that pixel too. So right after it does this, we'll do a strip. No, we'll do a pulse pixel. That's right. Pulse pixel pix A, comma. Let's see, what would it be? Yeah, fades A. Fades A. In parentheses, semicolon. I guess I should make sure we treat, fades. Man, I'm going to have to get used to that. So fades as in plural, not fades as in avoid the global variables. Okay. So if fades A is greater than 511. Okay. So for each of these holders here, increment up the fade. So now it's going to be 152, 103, 154, 206, right? So increment up the fades. If any of them goes over 511, bring them back to 0 and choose a new pixel. So right now it's just going to do these first 5, and as soon as they start dimming all the way down, it's going to choose other pixels, and so we'll have 5 randomly pulsing pixels going on all at once. So do that, and let's do a strip.show. And then we should probably have a delay in here. We'll do a delay of like 1. Oh, wait, that was for each of them? No, we want it overall. Control X, Control V, select them all, decrease indent. Okay. So for each of these, set that pixel to whatever fade it's at, and then do a show for all 5 of them, and then wait 1 millisecond. So it starts out there. There it goes. Now we have all sorts of programs. Okay, but it seems to be not well spread out. I think it's because I only have them spread by 51. I'm going to spread them by 102. 102. 204. 306. And 408. The next increment would be 510, which is really close to 511. That's why I'm doing this, by the way. Which 510 is right next to 0, so there's no point in that. Let's see if that spreads it out a little better. So it should be the first 5 and then start spreading out. There we go. So that's a pretty cool little effect there. So now we're randomly pulsing things. Kind of fun, huh? Okay. So that's pulsing. There's tons of other ways to pulse. We could also have like chunks of them pulse. So I could choose like, I could have int pix, int fades. I could have int length. Int length here. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I'll call it LNG. Int length 5 equals, I guess we'll have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. There we go. Okay, so this is sort of extra. If you don't understand this, I'm going to go more into it in NeoPixel 102. But the pix are going to be, let's see, 3, 6, 9. Actually have some separation in these things. 9 and 12. Okay, so if fades goes back to 0, let's see, length, I guess LNG, A equals random. Let's see, I guess 8 of these plus 2. That was minimum of 2 of them, maximum of, what is that, 7, 9. Maximum of 9. Okay. So instead of just setting that 1 pixel, we're going to do 4 int A, or sorry, not A now. We're in B. B equals 0. B is less than LNG. LNG A. B plus plus. Okay. So we're going to do a pulse pixel. And we're going to do A. Well, actually, okay. We're going to do A plus B, all in parentheses, percent LED count. That way, if we hit the last LED, so it's going to turn on 86, and then 0 and 1, right? If there's 3 of them. So that way we don't, like, just do the last one and nothing else. It'll include the first couple also. Comma, and that would be fades, plural, A. And that parentheses, semicolon. Okay. We'll upload this. And now we should have chunks of them pulsing. Okay, and it's not going very far. Let's see. Let's try to figure out why that is. So B is less than LNGA. Okay. So A should. Oh, I see. Not A. It should be pix A. Pix parentheses A. Or sorry, bracket A. Okay. Cool. Because right now it's just going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 at random lengths, which is doing nothing. Now it should spread out. There we go. So now it's random chunks of anywhere from 2 pixels to, yeah, to 9 pixels. To 9? So 0 to 7. 0 is 0 of them. 7. Okay. Plus 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. 7 plus 2 is, yeah, 9. So 2 to 9 pixels. There we go. 2 to 9 pixels wide. Pulsing out. So anyways, this is pulsing. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys understand. If you have questions, ask in the comments, and I'll try to reiterate. If there's a lot of questions, I'll just redo the video and try to cover anything you have. Thanks for watching.